Alright. Hello, hello, and hello some more. This is JDogX211, coming at you with another God of War Ragnarok playthrough. Now, last time, hashed things out with Freya, had a few things to settle, did a little bit of scoping and reorganizing of my skills and stats. Upgraded my Wrath of the Frost Ancients. Also found out I really need to just hold that R1 instead of, button mashing or letting it go, because apparently it lasts longer. Worked on didn't upgrade this though, at least not yet. Did a few more upgrades, did a few other things. Didn't upgrade Freya's. No offense, but just to do Runic, it's not nearly worth enough. But I also did, let me see, where I did buy a few skills for her. Spawns and roots and holds enemies in place. Runic arrows now deal increased status and becomes more aggressive on the battlefield. Rest of them, unfortunately, are not going to be as a, This was the other option that I had. It was cheaper, but I felt like, her being more aggressive on the battlefield in general overbeat this one little technique. Bought a few more for myself. Not everything, though. Got myself the, Pride of the Frost, though. I did make sure to do that. But right now, we are on our way to complete the mysterious orb. Lunda said that if... Hold on. Lunda said that if I find that, I would also be able to find some of the lost pieces of her armor set, and that she'd fix it up for free. If I can do that, I can get that kick-ass bright red armor set that specializes in poison. That along, of course, with my axe and blades for fire and ice would be a killer combo. So for right now, we're heading off with Freya to go and do that.
Look, over there. This lock is different from others you might know. You'll need an enchantment on your chisel to use it.
Ah. First things first, though. Huh. Been wondering about opening these. So I guess now that means we can.
Go ahead. Carve the letter.
Suna.
It's an incantation. I'll speak it. Suna.
And what does it do?
Lovely. Working together is already opening doors for us.
Is he always making puns like that?
Because we can't go that way. Or we could, except these are here. And I'm not waiting here all night.
We're blocked by more vines. Remember what to do?
Little repositioning. That ought to do. Now.
There's a fallen log in the river. It has something on it I don't recognize.
Huh.
Looks like soundstone to me. I'm sure those new arrows Brok gave you would make quick work of that.
We're clear. So
Aye. Not exactly shipshape. He sleeps in a broom closet now. But he's adjusting.
how did you find him?
Largely that's down to Atreus having figured out how to access the prophecies giants reserve for their own kind. We only learned of it ourselves after Thor and Odin came calling.
To your home? Is it still standing?
Barely. But all the violence was seemingly just a distraction to let Odin have a private word with Atreus.
Odin was alone with your son? Did he tell you what they spoke of?
Yes. He said that Odin invited him to Asgard to help him find his answers.
The answers he's rushing into fate in search of. That's troubling. Well, if you're ready to talk to him, the Mystic Gateway is ahead. If not, I have some unfinished business up this river I could use your help with.
Or we can follow up on that elven sanctum out in Alfheim's desert.
If you want to continue exploring, we'll need to remove that log in the river.
What is this?
The Crest of Skirnir. Never quite as smart as he thought.
Family Crests. Let's see. He thought he was one of... Though he was one of Vanaheim's oldest families, he never considered himself a Vanir. Well, much of anything, truth be told. Loyal to no one, but... He was particularly infuriating brand of... He was that particularly infuriating brand of intellectual who forever seeks to place himself above others by refusing to be ever pinned down by any specific philosophy. In other words, he was, as the term goes, what is the term? A turbine? A wind, I can't remember what it is. It's the thing that points in the same direction that the wind is blowing. But the point is that whenever more people say left than right, he's right. And whenever more people say left than right, he's left. If there were ever an issue with two sides, would find a way to stand right in the middle and declare himself superior to all. Yep. Oh no, guess not. If there was a fence separating two pastures, he'd find a way to balance directly on the edge. When Odin visited his wrath upon Vanaheim, learned the consequences of neutrality. Neither side could be sure of where his loyalties would lie, so neither side could trust him. For the Einherjar, that meant they'd chop his head off at the first available opportunity, which, given that the Vanir refused to provide him with shelter, came considerably sooner So there's something that she wants to do up here. And another one of these. Can't do anything with it though. Let's see.
Kratos, I see something. Good. We can explore the river now. And hopefully right some old wrongs.
Oh sure, she goes and says something. Unfortunately, I've already got Odin's Raven here, so... not sure what else it could be. Alright, so let's grab this first. Strength. Now, there's two things.
What is your unfinished business?
I left something behind, near the falls.
Your wedding site. Now, why do you want to be going back there?
To be free of the bonds of my marriage. And to Asgard.
I think you severed that a long time ago.
Not completely. Not enough.
Guide us.
Freya's missing piece. Freya seeks to remedy something from her past. A site of her wedding is our destination. Steel Harmony, Rigo Vanir garments, Mordor. Alright, that's right next to the mysterious orb, so we'll see about that first. Get this. Oh, monkeys. Get my new armor set. And then we'll be primed and ready for some fresh adventuring.
My...
Quite a causeway.
People settled this river many ages ago. Thousands traveled it on pilgrimage to the shrine of worship. But then the Aesir came. This is all that's left.
Got a raven to pop.
Reavers, of course.
Priorities, baby, priorities. Eyes on the prize and all that.
Astrid's garden. The wilds reclaimed it. It was beautiful once.
Raven. So... up there. guess I should be able to hit it. It's not too far away from my destination, so odds are I can get it up there, and then I can snipe this bird.
Waterfalls. We're close. There should be a gate up ahead.
That's quite a gate. Don't suppose you know a way through?
The Pilgrim Gate. I can open it. We just need to find the right vantage point.
Starting to think that if I want that bauble, I'm gonna need to solve this first.
Freya, there's something I've always wanted to ask. What was it Hrimthur whispered to you?
Who?
Hrimthur, the son of Thor, the stonemason, who disguised himself and built Asgard's wall.
Oh, yes. One of the many occasions Odin saw fit to involve me in a wager without my consent. I wish I could say that was the worst of his husbandly habits.
What wager?
I've told this story, brother.
And now she may tell her own.
There isn't that much to tell. I knew nothing of it at first, surely because Odin didn't expect to lose the bet. A mysterious mason had to build the entire wall in 3 turns of the season.
2! It was 2!
And if he was late, he'd be owed nothing. But if he succeeded, he was promised an audience with the queen. Or so I learned one day when Odin burst into our bedchambers, raging and half drunk before noon, telling me to get dressed and go see what the mason wants. So off I went, not knowing what had truly been promised or expected. Dagger stashed in my robe for emergency.
Yeah.
And this mason, this giant in disguise.
His name was Hrimthur.
He just smiled to see me. And as you said, he whispered in my ear. He said the Aesir had killed his father, and he needed to know that one day they'd burn for it. I pointed out I was Aesir now too, technically.
He knew better.
He gave me a look, as if he somehow knew better, and continued. He said he'd built in a structural flaw behind the Asgard realm tower.
I knew it! How do we make use of it?
We don't. He said Surtur would know what to do. And if
Oh
Surtur's
boy.
approaching Asgard's wall,
Then it is
Ragnarok's already started.
Aye, blast it. I hoped it might have given us another way.
If he did build a structural flaw into Asgard's walls, then that should mean that they could possibly breach it. But if Surtur's the one who's supposed to activate it,
Freya, something your brother said. The Aesir burned him.
yes. We weren't yet at war, but relations with the Vanir and Aesir had been hostile for ages. Freyr got it into his head that he could improve relations by sharing our magic with them. Vanir techniques for bountiful harvests, enough to feed their whole population. Getting set on fire was the thanks he got.
It's true. The Aesir were too undisciplined and impatient for the subtlety of Vanir spellcraft. So when things went wrong, they blamed their teacher.
So Freya was a guest when Odin burned him.
Not exactly. Odin didn't mind locking Freyr up. He saw the potential of the magic and wanted to know more than how to improve crop yields. It was a mob of lesser Aesir, bitter and short-sighted,
uh-oh.
who tied him up and lit him aflame as punishment for the sabotage they imagined him guilty of. Obviously, he survived. In fact, he used the opportunity to escape. But such an affront made war inevitable.
Freyr certainly wasn't the same after that, at least for a while. His carefree ways were replaced with nightmares, paranoia, and lashing out. It doesn't excuse what he said at my wedding, but I do understand where his anger came from.
Willing to comprehend and appreciate his situation, but not quite willing to forgive him. And yeah, no, I saw that. Revenant, if I remember. Not looking forward to dealing with one of these.
Above you! Look out!
Another nightmare! To the left!
The Alpha!
These things aren't nearly as fast as I remember.
Above you, brother!
A ghost? Alright, hold on. Demolition.
Now, how do we get up there, I wonder?
We can't. Not with those vines in the way.
Alright. So who are you?
What is wrong?
I died. And you will help me.
Of course, Gunhild. But to what end?
When the Einherjar came, we needed a way to fight them. I suggested say their magic.
I understand
Oh.
your desperation, but that was foolish.
Clearly, I was lucky enough to be murdered before my mind could be corrupted, as theirs did. You must free them.
Of course. Say their magic corrupts so ruthlessly. Those poor souls must be in agony.
Then we shall give them death.
Then we shall give them death. Ugh. Alright, looks like this one is going to be what we're doing instead.
My friends' souls are still twisted, aren't they? Give them the freedom of death.
We will. Although I'm not sure if you want to call death real freedom. Gotta remember to get that later. Oh! Almost got me.
An armor piece bearing Lunda's brand.
Ooh.
It's broken. Nice bit of work otherwise.
Then why leave it?
You suspicious of her, brother?
If the orb she seeks is important, she would not have left it behind.
Perhaps.
True. But I already got a piece of Lunda's armor, so that's a sweet deal. Now... Gonna have to find a way to set that off.
Must be safer this way. We'll need to find another way around.
Huh. Can't reach. Another way it is.
your suffering.
Double pronged up, R and right.
Despite his actions at Midgard, Atreus does still care for you.
I know. I raised a son, too. It may be hard to believe, but he was quite similar to Atreus at this age. He adored his father, always wanted to do right by him, and was constantly frustrated that no matter what he did, he never could seem to get his approval. He confided in me a lot, sought the comfort his father would help. I wonder if your son could benefit from that too.
He has befriended the other dwarf, the Blue One's brother.
Oh. Well, if Sindri has that covered, I suppose there's no need for me in his life anymore, is there?
That is not what I meant.
That was sarcasm.
Yeah, Kratos doesn't do sarcasm. What is the... And we found another one of these, I guess.
It's mine.
What? Family Sigil of Freyr and Freyr, the Nord and Skull. Odin fucked it all up, didn't he? Married Freya, then trapped her in Midgard. Tricked those who loved her into believing she abandoned them. And then the bastard waged slow and brutal war on those same people he'd sworn to do right by. Knowing that, perhaps it's surprising that this crest is defaced. When many think Freya, they think only of pain. Alright, so we already heard from her. Now, what's this?
What's it say, brother?
Then a living, thriving tree. Every branch is a canvas. My hand guides. Uses a giant's prosperity. Huh. Alright. So.
I can forge some new stuff for you.
And how is it you two know each other?
No, I can't be divulging guild business. You gotta respect the secret, though.
I'm sorry?
Let's just say Brok and I have long enjoyed certain common interests.
That's right. Like getting us into trouble.
And getting you back out of it again.
What? Huh. That's only most.
Okay, so does that answer your question?
Close enough, I suppose.
So, Brok, if Lunda can step between realms to travel about like you, I presume it must be the guild you know each other from.
Maybe. Or maybe I just showed her a few tricks while we were tying one on.
Maybe I showed him. You don't know us, Clever Pam.
He doesn't even wear pants.
Hey, Freya. How you doing?
I'm fine.
On that, madam, we are agreed.
What? Oh. Oh, thank you?
Anytime.
Ha! Lunda, you ain't changed one damn bit.
Oh, didn't even notice that one. But yeah, no, that one... Let's see. So I do have it.
keep your bits in all the right places.
Ah, man. An Asgardian ingot. Ain't got even one of those. Melee damage against poison to increase damage. No such luck. Ooh.
Ah, that's it.
Oh, didn't even notice that. So let's see. Honed metal, dwarven steel, no ingot. Oh. I just saw that flower and I was like, hmm? Not sure where that went, but I'll take it. Oh, that one had a piece of dwarven steel in it. Excellent.
Find that orb yet?
That was the plan, but that's not going to happen now, I think. Got it.
Nice work.
As long as they still haunt this realm, so will
Okay, now I feel really stupid. I actually tried hitting that chain, if you can believe it. I was trying to send the... Yeah, I was trying to send the... Oh, there it is. I was trying to send the runic arrow on that. Instead... That's opened up. Now... There we go. And now we can also get that chest. So let's see, apple or horn? I still need two of each, so whichever one this is... Oh no, I already have the maximum number of apples. So, up we go. Why does she go first?
So, what's it like being back?
Like I haven't come back at all. Everything's changed. And it's strange.
I know the feeling.
The runic word appeared over there. See it? Mecking. We should be able to reach the wedding site.
That's how you open the door. One last thing.
My friends' souls are still twisted open. Give them the freedom of death.
I wonder, that bridge there... Later point in time. Further exploration required.
Mimir, I never asked how it felt to lose your head.
What would you have me say? That it tickled?
Merely curious.
If you wish to derive some satisfaction from my pain, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. Kratos swung swift and true, didn't you, brother? I felt nary a scratch.
Shame. The closer we get, the more tightness grows in my chest.
You're sure you want to continue?
Confronting the past comes with a price.
It must be done. I've lived with this pain far too long. If you can believe it. We were happy once. For a time, foolishly believed the peace would last. Perhaps that was my mistake. All I wanted was to protect my family.
There is no shame in that.
I failed, all the same.
She tried and she came up very short. And as for Mimir, you gotta remember, it's not like she can ask most anybody else how it felt to get their head cut off. I mean, how many people does anybody who's listening to this know what that actually feels like? Now, before we head on...
Scrawlings. Must be Aesir nearby.
That emblem? That means I might be able to find some more of Lunda's armor nearby as well. Plus, there was also that gold chest. There was also that legendary chest I wanted. Oh, and a Nornir chest nearby too, judging from those bells.
More Sather markings. Gunhild's companions can't be that far ahead.
Again, I'm gonna hold off on this. I'm gonna finish up my thing with Freya, and then we're gonna see about these. At least I know where I'm going. I mean, if I can steer myself there.
Mimir?
Most likely. What are we talking about in particular?
Giving up your body?
I regret exchanging my life for my freedom? That's a question I ask myself every day, my lady.
What about today?
Today? Glad to be out in the world. How else could I spend such quality time with you?
Okay, okay.
I couldn't tell if that was sarcasm or sincere. And I think those are a pair of wolvers. This is gonna be interesting. The Gullion is nothing. That guy, on the other hand. Oh, that one just came out of nowhere. Alright, no games. Get off me! Uh-oh, gonna explode. Who's left? Ugh.
Brother, I had a thought. What if we took a stealthy approach to our next battle?
No.
That tree has a turtle. That turtle has a tree growing it. Charlie? But no, Charlie's from Midgard, so this couldn't be his cousin. So it could be a cousin of his. Now. And I got a lot of my rage back too. So every time I blast one of those little guys, something else pops out. Let's see.
Do you know why I left that night, Mimir?
Only a hunch.
He showed me who he really was. Odin asked me to cast a protection spell on him. The one I used on my son. But the way it drove
Whoa.
our boy mad, I refused. He was furious, throwing every object he could find, destroyed the room. There was only coldness after that. I tried to make it work.
No one could have lived like that, Your Majesty.
No, you tried. He was the one who was being vastly unreasonable. No. That I'm going to have to try at a late... I should be able to get up to the next higher up platform, so we'll try there.
Anything interesting, brother?
Let's see. No one said this journey would be easy, yet I do not find myself questioning how far I thought I'd go to finish the pilgrimage. On the way to find a slip causing me to stumble, chests I felt might perhaps perish at the end of a cliff face. Is that if anybody can do it, is that if I can do it, anyone can. Perseverance is an extremely important skill to have. Now. Hopefully this box isn't full of gremlins. I think it was Atreus. He popped one of these things open and all kinds of critters came out of it. Every now and again... Aha! Am I gonna be able to punch this bird? He's flying at a level low enough, I might be able to actually just punch him in the face. Not quite. Man, look at that. Gotcha. But man, would you look at this scenery. You can tell they took a lot of like inspiration from Avatar on. Hello. Oh, of course. Okay, so I can make them 3 times bigger. But they also apparently become very unstable at that point. Okay.
Look, over there.
There's that. So now where's the last one?
Sigil arrows won't work on this. What's that?
Give me that meat horn. Aha!
Allow me. Food now.
Huh.
I never thought I'd come back here.
Oh boy. Alright, so we got 3 places to go. And some enemies to clear out.